Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be for Big Brother 16, episode 18. This episode was great. Another really great episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Probably best episode of the season. Really enjoyed it, and especially because, there's, of who won HOH, plus there could be some shift in power going on in the house, definitely. That's what was most interesting about this episode, was, shift in power. Basically, let's just get to it. We start off with the HOH competition. Of course, they had to go to a tiebreaker, so Julie gave them the tiebreaking question, and Donny and Nicole end up winning. And this is really good because this is the first time in the entire season where neither a detonator nor a bomb squad member has actually won the competition. Neither a bomb squad member or detonator won the competition this time around, and I think that's fantastic that that happened. Really showed that there are some strong players that aren't detonators. I thought that was definitely very interesting, and I really enjoyed that. So Zach kind of has this other plan. He is storming off from the group, pretending he is pissed that he didn't win, and he's just pretending he's pissed, when in reality he thinks it's the best thing because he doesn't want to be HOH again. And I can kind of see that. He doesn't want to make, tough decisions again. He doesn't want to be HOH again. He kind of is doing a little reverse psychology, which is an interesting strategy, definitely, and I think that's a good strategy, but, I thought that was definitely interesting. Jocasta, on the other hand, is very devastated that she didn't win because she really wants to see her kids and her family. She really wants to see her family. She wants to see pictures of her family. And, Derek tells her, keep her faith keeps her strong, and, she can stay strong. And I thought that was very good advice from Derek, very nice advice from Derek, definitely. He was a very good friend to her. So Donny and Nicole are then talking game, and they want to bring Hayden in on the conversation because Donny trusts him, and of course, Hayden's Nicole's boyfriend. So Nicole tells him that she's angry, and the other thing is that Donny and Nicole, they really want to work together because Donny, if you remember, Donny from the beginning has actually wanted to work with Nicole from the beginning. So this is nothing new. He's wanted to work with her from the beginning. So Nicole tells Donny that she is angry that every time there's an HOH, they don't want to get blood on their hands. And I agree with Nicole here. Finally, someone who actually wants to get blood on their hands. And, it's time to get blood on your hands, definitely. It's time to shake things up. Guys need to go on the block and see what it feels like to be up there. Because, the guys are kind of running the show right now. It's pretty much the detonators that are running the show. Well, there was Christine, but she's not really running the show. Zach, Frankie, Caleb, Cody, Derek. Cody, Derek, and Frankie have never been on the block before. So Nicole wants to put one of them up, definitely. Frankie, by the way, is really getting on my nerves in this episode because Frankie is talking game with Derek, and, he's talking that they are upset that Donny didn't want to carry out the last Team America challenge because it wasn't good for his game. But you know what? That was, Team America, I'm pretty sure, is over because there's no, it's time for America's vote. Vote for Team America. I think Team America is pretty much over. Donny pretty much, thinks Team America is still going, but we can kind of tell that, Team America is pretty much over. I'm pretty sure it is, at least. So, while this is happening, Nicole thinks that Frankie's an incredible threat in the house because he's playing a very good social game. Now, in my opinion, he is actually playing a game very close to Andy Herron from last year. He's playing a game very close to his, and how is he doing this exactly? How he's doing this is everyone likes him. Everyone is friends with Frankie in some sort of manner. Everyone has some sort of friendship or relationship with Frankie, and I definitely agree with what Nicole said, that everyone really has this friendship with Frankie. Frankie really seems like a threat to their game because everyone really loves Frankie right now. So, Nicole wants to go ahead and possibly backdoor him. Of course, Donny says that he's not going to, Derek agrees with her, but he doesn't want to put him up because he's good for Derek's game. But you know what? Honestly, here's the thing, Derek. When it comes to big moves, Nicole really wants to get blood on her hands. It's time to get blood on your hands. And, the thing is, maybe putting up Frankie might actually be a good thing. I think definitely putting up Frankie would be a good thing. I would say definitely, since it's double eviction, don't evict Frankie. Wait till it's double eviction to evict Frankie, because it's a lot like Judd last year in Big Brother 15. Judd, I thought that was actually a good move last year because Judd was liked by everyone in the house, and He's a threat because of that. Frankie is the same. However, Frankie is kind of controlling people and, telling people what to do. And Frankie did have a good strategy with leaving leaving Donny alone, but at the same time, he's just such a threat to everyone, and I could definitely see where Nicole's coming from with that. So then it's time to see the HOH room, and Donny is very excited to see a picture of his girlfriend. Very sexual letter from his girlfriend. I thought that was funny. And then Caleb kind of gets a crush on Nicole's friend Mariah, and as he looks in a photo of the two of them, and I thought that was definitely very funny. The way that worked out, I thought that was definitely very funny. And, so that was very fun to watch. So Caleb is very nervous with Donny being one of the HOHs because he has put him up in the past. If you remember, the last time Caleb was up, he put up, when Caleb was HOH in the first week, he put up Donny and Paola. So he's pretty sure, he doesn't know if Donny knows that Paola was the target. So Donny tells Caleb that if he puts him up, he shouldn't hold against him because he did it to him. And Caleb asks that if he is put up, please put him up against a good gamer, not Victoria. Donny, thinks that, that's the right thing to do. Because Donny plans to do exactly that. And honestly, that's a good thing that they're putting up Victoria and Jocasta because they're easy targets. They're liked by people in the house. They know they're not going home. And honestly, they might not become floaters anymore because it's something that happens in this episode that I'm definitely going to talk about. So Donny, Derek, and Frankie are talking game, and Derek really wants Donny to remain HOH so Nicole doesn't backdoor Frankie. Because Derek knows that Donny is probably not going to backdoor Frankie. So they sort of have an alliance, but in my opinion, I definitely feel if Julie reveals that Team America is over on Thursday, Team America, their whole alliance, it's gonna be gone. I mean, I do not see the three of them working together for that much longer. Who I definitely see working together is Nicole, Hayden, and Donny. The three of them work very well together, in my opinion, and I'd really like to see them in an alliance at some point. I think they'd be, in a very good alliance. I would really like to see them work in an alliance together. Definitely, they are the people that I think could be in an alliance, definitely. I feel like they should be in an alliance, and that's just how I feel. I feel like they're the best chance to be in an alliance. They're the best people to be in an alliance because they sort of think in the same way. Donny thinks very strategically, very smart. Nicole has been playing dumb, but now she's actually getting really smart. She's been playing dumb pretty much. She's been playing kind of naive and under the radar, but now she's HOH. She wants to get blood in her hands. So I really like that about Nicole, definitely. That's really great. Very much reminds me of Alyssa last year. Alyssa, for most of the season, she was very quiet, laid low a lot, but the second that she was HOH, she was ready to go and, made big moves. And that's why she was one of the, in my opinion, the best house guests of last year because she made the biggest, probably one of the biggest moves of the season. Well, would have been. So then Donny and Nicole are talking. Hayden is there, and Nicole suggests that they put up Caleb and Victoria. Now, Nicole says it kills her that she's not going to put up Jocasta because she wants to put up strong guys, but she knows she can't put two up because they will come after her, which this is good strategy, definitely. When Nicole is thinking that, they're going to come after her, that's very good strategy. So Hayden asks Nicole who she would backdoor. Now, she says the best person to backdoor is Frankie. Now, Donny knows that he, is not going to do that because he's in Team America, obviously. So it would have to be Nicole to do that because Donny's really not comfortable with doing that because he's in Team America. And, that's the right thing to do. Even though, Donny and Nicole, I feel like, if Donny, loses HOH, gets, dethroned as HOH, him and Nicole are still going to be pretty tight. That's how I feel, because I feel like this alliance is very good. I feel like they're definitely going to stay tight, and I definitely feel like that's what's going to happen here. So, meanwhile, Donny is saying it's a good idea to backdoor Frankie because he knows that he would put him up in a heartbeat. That's what he's saying. He's saying he would put him up. Even though he is working in Team America with him, he would really like to put Frankie up because he knows that, basically he's thinking that if Frankie was HOH, he would put Donny up, definitely. He would definitely put Donny up, and Donny's absolutely right when he says that. Because Frankie would backdoor Donny, definitely. I could definitely see him doing that. So Zach then goes to see Nicole. He kind of did reverse psychology before, and he tells her that it is his best interest to choose weak players like Victoria because they won't win, Battle of the Block, and Nicole will remain HOH and be able to backdoor anyone she wants. However, little does Zach know that she wants to send Frankie packing. That's who she wants to backdoor. So, Zach's kind of doesn't know that right now, and I kind of like that Zach doesn't know everything that is going on for once. As much as I like Zach, he's probably the most liked house guest right now, and probably the one, in my opinion, that's going to win America's favor because he's absolutely hilarious and really fun to watch. It was actually cool to see the Detonators not really know what's going on. I thought that was good. So it's time for the nomination ceremony, and Nicole nominates Jocasta and Zach, and Nicole calls Zach a supervillain, and honestly, I like this strategy definitely, because here's the thing. Zach came after Nicole last week. So Nicole comes after Zach. Now, the other thing here is that Zach is very tight with Frankie, and she had talked about this before. If she puts up Frankie in Zach's place, then Zach will stay. So that's the plan, basically, is to put up Zanky and get rid of them, because they're one of the biggest duos in the house right now, and everyone, is friends with them. It's very much like McCranda last year. They were very tight. That was a showmance. This is just a friendship. This is just I'd say a bromance. Because, Frankie and Zach, they're bros, basically. But as far as, it's very much like McCranda, because Frankie has that Zach shield. Zach will go after anyone. However, Frankie will backdoor Zach. He admitted that he would backdoor Zach if anyone wanted him to. So Derek then tells Nicole that he loved her speech, and I thought it was a very good speech that Nicole gave, definitely. And then Frankie nominates Caleb and Victoria, which was actually very, very good, because Caleb right now, he's a very strong player, and he is with the Detonators, and he's running the house right now. He thinks he's run the show, so definitely Caleb is a good person to put up. So, Frankie tells Nicole that she, did really good with her speech, and Zach doesn't care that he was put on the block because he's confident he has the numbers to stay, and when he wins HOH, he is definitely putting up Nicole, so that's not good, because it's double eviction this week. That's not good at all, because, again, it's double eviction this week. So, if Nicole because Nicole has to sit out because of what happens, because, I'll talk about what happens, but if Nicole gets dethroned as HOH, then Zach could win HOH and get rid of Nicole. That's not going to be a good thing. It will be very much like the worst case scenario, much like Alyssa last year, and I would really not like that to happen with Nicole. I would think the house guests are a little bit smarter than to do that. I mean, it would be a really good move, but, Zach's not stupid, but I really would prefer they not do that. So then Jocasta goes, and then we get a very good scene. I really enjoyed this, actually, what happened here. Because Victoria is actually possibly allying with someone. It might not be a floater anymore. Victoria goes to see Caleb and tries to strategize with him about what to do in the Battle of the Block competition. Caleb doesn't think he has any hope, though, because Victoria sucks at competitions. However, it seems like they're getting pretty tight, actually. Because when we get to the Battle of the Block, Victoria is very confident that she is going to win, because she's very confident about this, and that's because, she ends up doing very well in the Battle of the Block competition, and as a result, her and Caleb are, taken off the block. They win the Battle of the Block competition, and what ends up happening is that they win the Battle Block. Donny is dethroned. So maybe Victoria now is no longer going to be a floater. Definitely. I think that's what's going to happen here. So there are a couple other things to talk about here. Caleb and Victoria have to do 3 punishments. Basically, here are the 3 punishments. They are on slop for 2 weeks. So that's one of the punishments. They're on slop for 2 weeks. One of them has to shave the other's head. And and then they see that there was this other thing called Adam and Eve. They didn't know what it was. But basically, they have to wear these leaf bathing suits for 48 hours and be chained together, which should be very fun to watch. And that should be very, very fun to watch. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, that was definitely very surprising that they won the Battle of the Block. Battle of the Block was definitely very interesting. It was like a game of dominoes, basically. And it was interesting to see Victoria actually know what she was doing for once. I mean, Victoria might actually, end up doing very well. This is not a new thing. I mean, there are many times in Big Brother where a player starts as a floater and then they get very well. Very much, as I said, like Alyssa last year. Another example of this, there are many floaters that end up doing very, very well, and then they're no longer floaters. I'm pretty sure Victoria, if she continues to play like this, she is actually going to have a very good strategy, because Caleb is a good strategy to have right now, because, you know, she has that Caleb shield. If she allies with Caleb, she could stay in the game for a very long time, and I would like to see her stay in the game, because I really like Victoria from the beginning. You know, she seems like a very nice girl and everything. She seems, you know, I've liked her from the beginning. She's played a very good game, and she's liked by everyone in the house, so she's not a target right now, and definitely, if she, you know, I definitely could see her winning HOH in the future. I definitely could. I don't know when, but I feel like, you know, she could win HOH in the future, definitely, if she continues playing like this. But yeah, definitely, that was definitely very interesting. So Nicole is still HOH. She plans to move ahead in her plan, nominating Frankie. That's what her plan is to backdoor Frankie. And Jocasta's not upset that she lost, because she plans on winning the POV. So she's not upset at all. And we do have a couple things here, though. Nicole now has to sit out at HOH, because, you know, she's no longer HOH. So if Zach wins, he's coming after Nicole, which is not going to be good at all. And can she go through with her plan getting rid of Frankie? Here's my thing. If she does put Frankie up, Frankie is liked by everyone in the house. Would they actually go ahead and backdoor Frankie? I don't know if they personally would do that. I would really like for them to do that, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Also, do you guys think that Team America Alliance is dead? I pretty much do. I feel like if, you know, they find out, if they don't get any more missions, Team America is that's pretty much a sign that Team America is dead. That's pretty much what that says to me. Also, were you surprised about Caleb and Victoria? You know, I thought it was very surprising that Victoria did so well in that Battle of the Block. I mean, if she continues to play like that, she could definitely win HOH in the future. Do you guys think she has a chance of actually winning other competitions? I could definitely see this happening. I mean, she's won one competition, you know, she's won a POV, but that was because Caleb kind of gave it to her, you know, so that happened. And then as far as Nicole goes, what will happen if she can't backdoor Frankie? Say Frankie wins POV. I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll have to see. But also, do you think that Nicole, Donny, and Hayden will remain in this alliance? It seems like Christine is not allying with Nicole anymore, which honestly is best for Nicole's game, because she can tell Christine is a major floater, and she really can't trust Christine right now. So I definitely think that's a good thing that she is not allying with Christine. That's actually a very good thing, in my opinion. I'm glad she's not allying with Christine. And, yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed this episode. By far the best episode of the season. Really, really enjoy it. Let me know what you guys saw this episode. That's it for my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in my next review, which will be for my review of tonight's episode of True Blood, which I'm going to go watch right now. So see you guys for that. Okay, bye.